Yo, welcome to the Radzone, guys. How's it going, everyone? I'm your host, Party Paul. Thanks for joining today. I see we got some people in the chat. We got James Coleman. We got people here already. Just starting. We got people here already. So, who's here in the chat? Say hi. Say hello in the chat. If you're not checking. If you're rad, then say hi. Say hi. Hi. I'm Party Paul. Hi. I see James Coleman's in the chat. I see James. He says, hello, Goober. Last week I got Age of the Primes, Aerial Bots, Air Raid, and Slingshot. Cool. Dude, those are like, yeah, but I've been seeing those all over posts everywhere. Those are interesting. I think they're really looking cool and really true to their animation models. But I'm not collecting those ones. I'm not getting those ones, at least not yet, because they're too pricey for me right now. But I've got other things in mind. I am getting one of the new Age of the Primes things coming up. I got the Wasp guy. I got Wasp. I got the Wasp release of Age of the Primes. I don't know where he is right now. I'm not really sure where he is, but anyway, he is here. But guys, we have an evening today of some weird stuff because it's going to be just an offbeat day of all kinds of crazy vintage stuff that I've found over the past couple weeks, especially since we last week we lost a live stream week. Last week I did not live stream, so in the past 2 weeks I've kind of amassed a pile of retro stuff through garage sailing and thrift storing. Me and Cami Kaiju, who is also here often, we both we did a thrift crawl all over southern Manitoba this last week, and we found so much crazy stuff. So I want to show you guys what we came up with. But for starters, though, I will show you some things that came in the mail as well. Now, I think the last live stream we did open up Block East Defenders Wave 1. Now, in the mail, I got Block East Defenders Wave 3. So I do have Wave 3. I do not have the set that combines to complete to make Devastator. But I want to get that. If anyone knows where and how to get the combining set, just the set that forms the complete Devastator, please let me know because I'm interested. I am waiting for Wave 2 in the mail. So I have Wave 3. Wave 3 came first, but I'm waiting for Wave 2 in the mail too. So I will do I will do live streams showing Wave 2 and Wave 3 in that order. But I wanted to get Wave 2 first. So that will come very soon. Block East Defenders Wave 2 and Wave 3 are coming up in future Radzone live streams. Awesome, guys. That's going to be fun. That's going to be super fun. And I also got in the mail this guy, one of the Rock Lords. Just got it from Amazon. I've been humming and hawing over getting the Rock Lords, and I was like, yeah, okay, I want them because I got the dark black Rock Lord. And I usually don't go for guys that are not very colorful. Like this guy's white, the other guy's black. But there's a really cool blue Rock Lord guy named Calcitron, but he only comes with the Thunder, whatever, the pirate guy. He comes with him. So I'm like, so I gotta find a way to get that Calcitron guy. So I'm also looking for Calcitron. But now I have 2 of the 3 new Rock Lords that Hasbro's put out. So I'm eager to open him. I will open him on my own probably sometime soon, but I will show him opened up in a live stream soon. That's really cool. Now, guys, there's so much cool stuff I want to show you. Okay, first of all, let's get the stuff out of the way. Now, keep in mind, I did go thrifting at thrift stores. So you find all kinds of junk at thrift stores. Me and Cami went nuts. And one of the things I found, I was looking for toys, of course, and every kind of vintage item you can imagine, toys and Transformers and like Joes and He-Man and Mask and everything. But on top of that, I found other crazy treasures too. I found Afghans. Me and Cami Kaiju together, between the two of us, I think we found, we got 8 Afghans in total. I think we got 4 Afghans each. They were like $4, and these things are like, that's crazy. These are all hand woven. So check this out. This is my favorite Afghan I got because look at the colors. Look at those colors. I got crazy Radzone Afghan. Look at this thing. Look at this beautiful thing. Beautiful quilted, handmade Afghan in my colors, like pinks and blues and yellows, like neon, like bright pinks and blues. I love that shade of pink and blue. So this is going to be my Afghan. I'm going to put it on my chair. It's going to be my new Afghan for my chair. It's so nice and colorful. So cool. So yeah, and I got like 3 more. So I got 4 Afghans. So I'm gonna have my place is gonna be full of Afghans. I love it. It's so comfy. I'm gonna have a comfy place full of comfy Afghans. So I'm super stoked about my Afghans. Now I'm gonna put this. Okay. Also, um, also for soft things, I've always wanted onesies. I've never actually owned a proper onesie. In all the time I've been on the earth, I've borrowed onesies. I've like worn onesies from other people, but I've never actually owned one proper. So bought. I found a onesie. I found a unicorn onesie. Look at this, a freaking unicorn onesie. It's a children's, but it's like an extra large children's, so it actually will fit me because I'm pretty petite. So yes, an amazing. Check it out, an amazing unicorn onesie. Woo! Look at this. This is bonkers. Look at this. This is crazy. It's so pretty. It's so cute. It's so cute. So I'm gonna wear this. I would have worn it today, but it's too hot right now, guys. It's freaking hot here. So I'm not gonna wear this. I'll probably wear this in the fall time. I'll show this in the Radzone. I'll wear this in the Radzone in the fall time. So we're gonna have a unicorn. Well, maybe we'll have like a onesie. We'll have like a onesie camp out. We'll have a onesie sleepover party in the Radzone sometime. So this is the onesie I got. Super cool. So who else is in the chat? If anyone else is here, say hi. Say hi, guys. I want to see who else is here. I want to know who else is joining us tonight for our retro rad stream meetup where I'm just showing crazy retro stuff. Now, other stuff that came in our thrift finds was a rainbow mug. And yes, there are, I mean, because thrift stores have so many mugs. There's so many mugs at thrift stores, but this one, I mean, and I have seen I've seen rainbow mugs before, but this one stood out to me and Cami. Cami got it first, and I've taken a liking to it because, well, it's look at that bright. It's a really bright, nice rainbow, very clean mug, and check it out. It's made in Korea, and look at the year, 1984. That's the year the Transformers began. So it's a Transformers. It's a mug. It's a rainbow mug from the inaugural year of Transformers. So holy crow, holy rainbow. So yeah, that's really awesome. So it's mostly awesome because of the year and because it's a rainbow. It's a rainbow and it's because of the year 1984. That's really sweet. That's cool. So I'm happy we got that. Me and Cami are sharing that mug. Hi. Wait, is Cami here? Hi, Chaz. Hi, Chaz. Totally glitched. Hello, totally glitched. How's it going? Holy Dinah. Thank you, James. That's the words I was looking for. Holy Dinah. Holy Dinah. Glad to see you guys. Glad to see you guys. Okay, now, okay, there's a few crazy things I want to show. Okay, this is okay. Now I kind of went crazy. I found this in 2 chunks, and this is why I think it's destiny, because like first of all, I found at the thrift store, I found half of this collection. Okay, I'm going to show you a collection. I'm going to show you a collection of what I found. I found the first half of it, which is like it's a collection of books. Okay, I'll just say it's books. Before I show you what it is, I found half the books at a thrift shop in some random thrift store. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, okay, I'll pick these up. But then a few days later, I found the other half, totally the ones I didn't have. It was like, it lined up so well. The ones the second batch I found were all the ones I didn't find in the first batch. So I was like, no way. I was like, and this is not a series I'm interested in. I'm not into this series at all. But just because I found them completely haphazardly, randomly, in such big batches, and for so cheap, and one batch right after another, where they completely coincided and synchronized together, I was like, okay, I think God wants me to have this book set. So without further ado, I will show you what I found. This is probably the stupidest thing I've ever bought. I don't know why I bought it. It's so funny. You're gonna love this. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. You can tell me what you think about this. Tell me what you think about this. It's not completely complete, but it's like almost all of them. It's all of the Animorphs novels, all the Animorph kids books, all the books from Animorphs. Look at this crazy crap. Everyone's different. I think I got almost every single one. Every Animorph book that you could ever not want, because I don't know if anybody would ever want these. Some of them are crazy. Look at this cover. It's like there's like alien dudes, like an eagle dude who transforms into an alien minotaur or something. Who are these guys? Oh, hey, and who else? Impactor Productions is here. Hi, Impactor Productions. Good to meet you, man. Cool. Okay, well, as you can see, I'm just showing off my Animorphs. Yeah, these are crazy. These are crazy. These are crazy. So they're so look at those. They're so stupid looking. They're so stupid. They're so ridiculous. I don't know who would read these. And another question: Why did they make so many? Were they? I don't remember these things being popular. I don't remember anyone liking these things when they. I remember them being new. I remember the '90s. What year? These are like what 93, 94? Hang on. This is like, what year was this? What year was Animorphs? 90s. I know it's 90 something. Animorphs still has a pretty dedicated fandom. Does it really? Are you serious? I had no idea. I thought it was just, 2000? No, 2000. I didn't know Animorphs was from 2000. I thought it was like a 90s thing. And it was 2000? I guess that's still retro these days, isn't it? 2000 is still counts as retro. What? Really? People were reading these in 2000? I thought this was like, well, it's like, let me look at it. This is like 90s cheese. This doesn't read to me like 2000s cheese. This says like, look, this guy transforms into a yak. It's a dude who transforms into a yak. Why? Okay, and then look, when you open it, what's cool is that each cover has it's like a gimmick thing too. The yak's there, and then it's a hole. It's like a hole in the cover, right? So when you open it, and when you open the cover, it opens up to another photo. And weird, the yak's in a truck. That's strange. So yeah, so each one has that. Even like this, look at this guy transforms into a bee. He's got a little bee head, and even that bee head has a hole. Even the bee head is like a hollow bee head on the page. So it'll open up. Look, the bee head will open up. There's the hole, and then it opens up to another page with the bee still there, but like a whole, the bee's in this beautiful zoo garden, I guess. So really, really strange stuff. Oh yeah, here's that Minotaur guy. So there's that Minotaur guy again. He transforms into an eagle. Now there's even like a tiny, even an itty bitty little eagle head hole where the eagle head is. And let's see what happens when you open this up. So there's the hole. The hole opens up and shows the eagle, and there's just two eagles hanging out in Central Park or something. So weird. I'm glad I had them. I'm glad I bought them because they're excuse me, so freaking weird. Let's see. What's the chat saying? Totally Glitched says it was very popular. Was it really popular? Totally Glitched? Wow. Maybe I just completely missed out. Maybe I totally missed out. He said, okay, Totally Glitched says it was very popular. He also says, he or she, I'm not sure, Totally Glitched. It's nice to meet you. The first time that you're here, I think, right? And you said, Totally Glitched says, I wasn't into it, but I had multiple classmates who went crazy every time there was a new book out. Really? What age group was it for? That's what I'd like to know. What age group was into these books? I don't know. I was, in 2000, like these are actually, so in 2000, I was 20 something? I was 20. Oh, these are from 98. So some are from, so I guess it went from 90s until 2000, because some of these are 98. This was 98, the horse one. So I'm guessing they were from mid 90s, and kind of like maybe the Twilight was in the 2000s or something, right? This guy, polar bear, he transforms into a polar bear, and this is so weird. Now what's strange is I know that these have some kind of partnership. I know that these are related to Transformers somehow. I know that somewhere along the line, either with the books or the toys or the show, I know there is some kind of like loose connection to the Transformers brand, if I'm not mistaken. Please someone correct me, or please someone educate me if you can on how, if you guys know precisely how Animorphs are related to Transformers. That'd be great. I would love to know. Let's do a screenshot of Animorphs. All the freaking Animorphs. They'll do a screenshot of like a bunch of these here. I'll just be like, I'm going Animorph crazy. I'm going anamorphic. Screenshot. These are just so weird. Okay, guys, I'm tickled. I'm tickled that I have these because, like I said, they're just so strange. So let me see. I'm still showing you. There's still so many. I still all these ones. This guy's look, a Snake Boy. He's a Snake Boy. He's like that, like Snake Boy from reminds me of that guy from Teen Titans. And look, this guy. Look, it's that Minotaur guy again. Who is this character? This guy. He's like this Minotaur, and he transforms into. There's books with him on the cover, and he's transforming into multiple creatures. Look, he's a cow. He transforms into a cow. Why? I would love to read these, sort of, but not really. And look, so you open up the book of the cover, and there's a cow, and there's like a girl playing with her cow friends. How is this really? I would love to know how this is related to Transformers, because I know it is, but it's so strange. So strange. Robomus. Hi, Robomus. Robomus says, wow, they had the Animorph books at United Unlimited under Arlington Bridge for like 20 years. Really interesting. James Coleman says, I used to read Robotech novels. Robotech novels, cool. James says they were released with the Beast Wars toys. Okay, Animorphs were released with the Beast Wars toys. So there's the connection. You're saying there were Animorph toys released with the Beast Wars toys, or the Animorph novels were released with the Beast Wars toys? Impactor Productions says Beast Machines is the connection, I'm guessing. Interesting. Could be, yeah. You guys know better than I, because I'm not versed in the Beast Wars, Beast Machines generation. That was an era I kind of skipped, and I've only been exploring retroactively. These are the last two Animorphs I got. These ones look different. These are kind of like oddballs. They're not the same as the other books. This one is kind of a sparkly, cool cover. The First Journey, and this one's like a thicker novel. The Animorphs, the Hork Bajir Chronicles. What is this? What is this stuff? I don't know if I really want to start reading these because it's a rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole, and I don't know if I'm not sure if I want to get into it. But I love just the weirdness of the kitschiness of it, the nostalgia, the crazy fever dream-like nostalgia that it is for me to see these again, because it was just kind of around in my periphery, but I was not into them. So this is almost the whole stack of books I got. Just look at that. It's just a crazy, crazy stack of books. So weird. So okay, there's that. Okay, I'm gonna move on now. But wow, thanks guys for giving me some info about that. Let's see. Totally Glitched says there was also a TV show that aired on YTV. Yes, I did see that TV show a few times. I think the reason why I wasn't into it is because I did see the TV show a few times, and I thought like I was a bit older. I was like already like a young adult, but I was still into cartoons. But I've always been very particular with my taste. I didn't like Beast Wars. I was not into the CG. I even when that CG was brand new, even when it was brand new cutting edge technology, I thought this kind of looks cheap. I didn't like the way it looked. I didn't like the look of CG when it was in its younger stages. So when I saw Animorphs, I was like, no, not for me. I was like, it was not for me when it was new. But over the years, I've become a lot more appreciative retroactively of kitschy B-movie, so bad it's good content type of thing. I've become a huge fan of that. So retroactively, I totally am into this stuff in concept and idea for just the aesthetic of it, just the very extremely dated aesthetic of it all. It's hilarious and fun to me. It's fun. It's whimsical, but I don't know if I'm going to actually invest my time reading these. So, but super fun. I think my favorite is the cow cover. He transforms into a cow. It's like an alien. Yeah. Who is it? Does anyone? Okay, if you guys are into Animorphs, whoever here was actually a fan of Animorphs, who's this guy? Who the heck is this guy? Why is he a Minotaur? He's an alien Minotaur. Was he like their alien friend? Like, was it a bunch of kids? Because a lot of the other kids are just like regular kids. Well, be regular as much as a regular kid turning into a snake can be regular. But these were like regular kids. And was this like their alien friend that they met and they were like kind of like, was it like a Power Rangers relationship between like the kids and Zordon kind of thing? So super interesting. So many questions, probably very few answers. James Copeland says Beast Boy. Yeah, Transformers, the Beast Wars computer game made a cameo in the Animorphs show. Neat. The Beast Wars computer game made a cameo in the Animorphs show. Interesting, Chaz. Impactor says in 1999, Hasbro released a small toy line based on the popular Animorphs book series by K.A. Applegate and its television adaptation. 15 figures were released in total. They have no relations. Interesting. They have no relations, but they were released by Hasbro in the 90s. It's 1999. This still counts as the 90s. That's awesome. So that's interesting. Now, I have seen Animorphs figures pop up here and there, and I've always been like, oh, should I get them? Because it's the kind of crazy retro B-movie kitsch that I love. But I'm like, I don't know if I want to pay that, because now they're getting, I've seen prices. People want those things now. So I'm like, I don't know if I want. Like when I didn't want them, the prices were nothing. They were dirt cheap because nobody wanted them. But now, because there's now there's a kick for people like myself who are realizing, hey, this stuff is actually kind of cool. So people like around my age, people who remember this stuff but are into kitsch now, people like me are probably buying this stuff up and raising the prices of increasing the market value. So then people like me who like it just enough to find it interesting but not enough to pay the current market value prices. Yeah, that's kind of me. That's me right now. That's me. I like it enough to be interested, but not enough to pay current market value prices. I think I've seen some of I think I saw a T-Rex one for like, I don't know, it was going for like over $50 or something. I also found, so in the thrift store, I also found tons and tons, speaking of animorphs, very related, tons of dinosaurs. Tons and tons of dinosaurs. Let me show you the dinosaurs I found. Let me just get these out of the way. I found so many dinosaurs, like so many freaking dinosaurs. They were just cute dinosaurs in small packages. They were just in little plastic packages, and they were like, these were all like $2. Look at this guy. Watch this guy. He's broken, but I don't care because watch this. He lights up and speaks. He sounds like Godzilla. But look at that nasty giant claw. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure if dinosaurs actually were. I think that the what's it called? The dimensions, the proportions might be a bit off on this dinosaur model. But anyway, it's really crazy cool. Also found a crazy, I think it's a Bionicle, like a Bionicle Happy Meals toy or something. That's kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, look at all these freaking cool dinosaurs. This guy looks like a Pee Wee Herman nightmare. These dinosaurs are cool. I found some really great ones. I found some ones that I put some bigger ones in my bathroom. I found some really big ones. I put them in my bathroom already by my toilet. So I've got dinosaurs in my bathroom. I've got super crazy dinosaurs in my bathroom, which is cool. I like the ones that are super colorful, like this, like neon orange Triceratops. That is just, I love dinosaurs that are neon. Unfortunately, most of them are not neon. I really think neon dinosaurs, that's the way they should all look. I think all of these guys, I mean, I love the form. I love the way dinosaurs are shaped. I love the scales. I like the whole monster aesthetic. But they should be like really, like colorful, rainbow, covered in spots and polka dots. Like this guy. This guy's great color, but he should be covered in polka dots and stripes and stuff. I would love that. I would love if all the dinosaur toys that I have were covered in polka dots. So maybe I should paint them. And look, I got a little itty bitty, tiny little guy, tiny little itty bitty dude here. I got a couple really small ones. And is that a cat? I think I got a cat. In the dinosaur package came a little cat. So I've got a little dinosaur and these guys can fight or kiss. Look, dinosaur cat kiss. So yeah, and I got a bear. One bear battling mini Stegosaurus. Actually, wait. I think the bear would be more. Maybe the bear would be more matched to purple Stegosaurus. I love that it's a purple Stegosaurus. Bear versus purple Stegosaurus. Oh wait, I also have two purple guys. I've got a purple T-Rex or Allosaurus maybe, but a purple T-Rex kind of creature and a purple Stegosaurus. I like the purple. I like the Beast Wars Megatron purple. I think every dinosaur should have a purple version in honor of Beast Wars Megatron. That's pretty cool. So those are my. I hated this dinosaur when I was a kid. This guy, I forget what he's called, but the guy who's just got a weird. He just looked so dorky. I think he was like the nerd of the dinosaurs. This guy, I think he was like the nerd of the dinosaur kingdom. I think all the other dinosaurs picked on him. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's kind of what comes to mind. Yeah, so that's so yeah, just lots of interesting dinosaurs here. Oh wait, no, I forgot. I got a giant purple Stegosaurus and mini purple Stegosaurus. So giant purple Stegosaurus can fight giant purple T-Rex, and then they can kiss. Oh God, look, his face like goes right into his mouth there. That is disturbing. Oh, they're dancing now. Do 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 do. And Ernie senses danger and rides to the rescue of a burning orange Tyrannosaurus. Oh, I'm on fire! Ooh, hee. You ate too many. You ate too many Takis. I like Ernie. This is also a find from the thrift store. A little Ernie mobile, all metal. I've seen this guy a lot. I've seen him in many places, but I finally decided to it was like 50 cents. So I was like, okay, I'll get him because he was that cheap. So that's thrift store finds for dinosaur related stuff. So that's dinosaur stuff. Yeah, dinos. Yes, totally glitched. Dinos, man. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, Impactor U says, so the TF Wiki says that Animorphs do not have relation to Transformers. Interesting. That's so weird because but there's so many but as we've already discussed here, there are crossovers. There's like, the Beast Wars game and the Animorphs show, and there was like then the books were released around the same time. There is some kind of like weird spiritual connection, I think, that we can agree on here. Totally Glitch says it was about a group of kids who got roped into an alien war, from what I know. So that guy, that weird Minotaur guy who transforms into a cow, was probably an alien that they befriended, I suppose. And then Totally Glitch says, agreed, Neon Dinos are the best. Yes, thank you, Totally Glitch. Neon Dinos are the best dinos. And my bro's here, Dan the Man. We need a Neon T-Rex, says Dan the Man. I know. Wait, I have one. Hang on, I have a Neon T-Rex, but he's kind of not in the room right now. But the closest I have here is this Neon T-Rex. And this is his buddy, Neon. They're almost the same colors. Neon Triceratops, but quite a bit smaller, versus Neon T-Rex. This guy probably wouldn't have a hope unless he just goes, ugh. He pricks him. He could prick good old T-boy, good old Rexy boy in the if he pricks him just in the right place, then maybe he could win that battle there. Let's see. Dan the Man's in the house. Awesome. Impactor Production says, in my generation, call that purple T-Rex Barney the dinosaur. Yeah, you know what? I used to think of those things as, yeah, for sure. The Barney thing is, yeah, Barney was a T-Rex, right? Sort of, I guess, a really happy, friendly T-Rex. But I'm so happy that even though I experienced that era of Barney at the same time the Beast Wars Megatron was around, I'm so happy that now when I think purple T-Rex, my mind goes to Beast Wars Megatron. It never goes to Barney. I'm so happy that my mind has chosen that path, the path of Beast Wars Megatron. I'm happy that my mind is just, I almost never think of Barney. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that my mind is devoid of Barney. It's great. It's great. I live such an open, free, magnificent life, free of Barney. It's wonderful. Now, James Coleman says, hello, Impactor. Hello, Impactor. Cool. I like when people say hello to each other in my chat. It's really nice. And Impactor says, hello, James. Totally Glitch says, Kraft Dinner. Oh my God, that's an awesome reference, man. Kraft Dinner Dinos. That's awesome. They are Kraft Dinner Dinos. That's so cute. Kraft Dinner Dinos. Doo-doo-doo. Is there a Kraft Dinner theme song or something? Doo-doo-doo. Kraft Dinner. Boo-doo. My God, they were exactly the same color as Kraft Dinner, aren't they? That is insane. Okay. Thanks for the idea, Totally Glitch. I'm gonna maybe I'll make a photo with some Kraft Dinner and put these dinos with it and make a cool photo shoot of that. That's a cool idea. Speaking of dinos, this is not a thrift store find, but it is a find during this weekend. I was helping my girlfriend Cami at an outdoor market where a ton of vendors were selling art stuff, like their own handmade arts, crafts, and so it was kind of like a thrift experience because it was a bunch of different markets, a bunch of people just selling things on tables. So it was kind of thrifty in a way, but it was all like really amazing artists showing their stuff and selling their stuff. So I got this amazing little Woodzilla from one of the artists there. His name is Kev10. So shout out to Kev10. He's an amazing dude and also a friend. And he looks this Kev10 right there, KT for Kev10. He gave me a little posable. I got a little posable Woodzilla. I love that it's posable. I love that he fashioned it just right. So it's just so cute. It's just perfectly cute. Little posable Woodzilla. Meow. Where? Woodzilla versus Triceratops. Woodzilla would so kick his ass. Nothing can stop Woodzilla. Don't even try. Don't even try, Barney. Don't even try, Barney. Wodzilla's gonna kick your butt. Woodzilla. And from another artist in the same day, another artist named Darcy Madlung. I got this from her. Now I usually do not like trolls. People who know me from my childhood, I'm not a troll lover. I actually used to burn these guys. I used to collect trolls and burn them. But I like this one because it's my friend's art. First and foremost, it's my friend. She made the art and she makes beautiful art, and she uses trolls in her art quite often, and they're just super cute. And look, but it says nope. It's like nope. Nope. So whenever I'm thinking nope, I just can look at this. This is my nope shrine now. My nope buddy. This little troll is my nope fairy. My little nope fairy. Nope. I love her. I love the stars she put on those little cute little sparkly stars and things. I like the accessories she added to it. Nope. So it's super cute. So that's a cool find I got as well. And what else? Okay, there's like so much, you guys. I don't know. We're actually running out of time. How much are we? You're probably halfway through. We're halfway through already. Halfway through the hour of the Radzone. What else? Oh, Totally Glitch says you're welcome. Right on, buddy. Thank you. Yes, the idea, the Kraft Dinner Dino idea. Totally Glitch says so cute. Totally Glitch says I love this kind of art. Yes, I know, right? I love that kind of art too. It's so great. It's so great. I want to get more of it. It's amazing. It's amazing. Now, what else? There's Oh, there's so much stuff. Okay, also from thrifting, I got some cassette tapes. Some cassette. This is from thrift stores. Cassette tapes. I'll just show you. I'll just show you flat out. I wouldn't even because I haven't listened to them yet. I'm not sure. I just got what stood out. Kids talk, praise, rap, and soul. Uh, um, yeah, I'm really into retro Christian media as well. I think it's pretty funny and pretty entertaining, and it's very dated and very kitschy. Um, I find it very it's fascinating. It fascinates me, and I grew up a lot with this kind of material, so it's nostalgic and also fascinating to me as an adult. So kids talk, praise, rap, and soul. So this is gonna be it's a kids praise album that's also rap, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to hear that. That's gonna be strange. And I'm not sure if anyone else had a Christian upbringing, but you may also remember Salty the Songbook, and I found two of Salty's kids praise albums. Salty's Christmas Calamity and Kids Praise 2. Now, I grew up with these albums. I grew up with this stuff. So they all kind of they disappeared throughout my childhood as I got older, but I grew up with these. So this is like I can't believe I found these. These are totally weird fever dream nostalgia again. So I'm like, wow, that's bizarre stuff. And also, gotta have a bit of Janet Jackson to balance it all out. Janet Jackson Control. Got to have some Janet Jackson Control in the pile. And another rap one, Rap with the Facts. I have a knack for finding really strange rap albums. I love rap, by the way. I really love, especially, my favorite era of rap is the golden age of rap in the early 90s, before gangsta stuff came around. After Meister Fresh West and after the 80s Run DMC era, but just when it was still underground, but just as Cypress Hill was getting big, just before gangster rap started, there's so much amazing rap from 90 or 90, 91, 92 to 94, 95. And that's like, though I love MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice, I'm talking like that's more like pop rap. I'm talking about like underground hardcore rap. It's amazing stuff. Though I do love MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice for what they are. Though I would not put them in the same category as the golden age of rap that I'm speaking of. Anyway, I don't know. I don't think that this is part of the golden age of rap, but it just really fascinated me. Rap with the Facts, some traction. So it looks like a bunch of kids who are going to be rapping and schooling me about subtraction. So I can't wait to listen to that too. That's just crazy. And in the same weekend as well, I found, this is cool, Karate Kid on NES. Yes, Karate Kid on NES. That is freaking cool. And I got it for like $10. So that's a really good deal. Thank you for the vendor who gave me a deal on this. I found it at a flea market just this week. So these past 2 weeks, yes, I bounced between thrift stores all over southern Manitoba, flea markets in the city, and an artist markets. So all this stuff came from those three different three different excursions, exploring, thrifting, wheeling and dealing. So yeah, so Karate Kid on NES, awesome. And now, what's next? Okay, now as far as media is concerned, I'm showing you. I showed you some books. I showed you some dinosaurs. I showed you some cassette tapes and some video games. Now we're going to go into VHS. I'm going to show you some crazy VHS that I've got recently, and again from all these different sources. The first one is very nice. I finally got an original box of Gremlins. I've been looking for this one because Gremlins is not that hard to find. Certain boxes, because it was re-released so many times, but this one's the original box with Stripe on it. This is so cool. So I got this from a local guy who just was selling them on his through Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. So awesome, super stoked about that. And also from a thrift from a recent find at a flea market. The original Godzilla, King of the Monsters, the first movie, the first one on VHS. I've got a whole bunch from this collection. Like I love this collection that has this with this writing and this kind of weird, colorful, like cartoony illustrations. I have a bunch from this collection. I've got the Mecha Godzillas and all that. So, but this is one I was missing. So I'm happy to get this one. Super cool. I'll just kind of throw up a few. Demon Knights from Tales of the Crypt, Jason 10. Crappy, horrible movie, but I was like, you know what? It's Jason 10 on VHS. We're gonna get that. It's just because The Burbs, amazing movie. The Burbs, got that. Love it. Do not regret that at all. Let's see who's in the chat here. No. Totally Glitch says, nice, congrats on the find. Thank you, bro. Thank you. And Dan the Man says that game is the best. Or that game is the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. Yes, my bro. We should play this together, Dan the man. We should play this together. Karate Kid. And James Coleman says, Gremlins, bright light, bright light, bright light. Yes. Bright light, bright light. Also, Care Bears, the Nutcracker Sweets. I love finding Care Bears on VHS. So whenever I find Care Bears on VHS, I pick them up. I just love Care Bears. I love Care Bears, and okay. Now, remember how I mentioned to you that I'm into Christian, like retro Christian media. Current Christian media doesn't have any interest because I don't know, but retro Christian media, just like retro nostalgic media, just like retro media in general, has that datedness, that flavor, that kitsch, that stuff that you couldn't see at the time, but now it's so painfully evident what it is and how it's aged finally like cheese and wine, and you can kind of experience just the weirdness of it all, right? Retro Christian media has the same kind of vibe for me, but different because it's a specific vibe that is unique to retro Christian media. So I'm very much into that, and I found some amazing gems these past couple weeks hunting those down too. I found 2 VHS of Bible Man. Okay, Bible Man. Yes, Bible Man is actually a thing. There's actually a superhero. It's a Christian superhero named Bible Man. Look it up. Google it. I have I think I have 2 other tapes beside this. I have because I owned 2 other tapes besides this, but then I got these 2 ones. So I think I have 4 or maybe 3. I have 3 or 4 Bible Man. I have 3 or 4 Bible Man VHS now. This one's Bible Man Junior. Look at this. It's so crazy. Look at this stuff. This one is Breaking the Bonds of Disobedience. This one's God Loves to Laugh. I love this stuff. This is amazing stuff. It's so cool. And okay, keeping up with the Christian media, I'll show you 2 for 2 here. Judgment, starring Mr. T. Yes, Mr. T in a retro Christian movie. Yes, it happened. The Judas Project. This movie is just weird because I kept on seeing it at Movie Village back in the day, like over and over and over again, and finally rented it. I rented it way back in the day and thought, wow, this is so strange. Basically, it's a kind of like a what if movie. Like, what if Jesus landed on Earth now as opposed to 2,000 years ago? What if he came to Earth now? What would he be? Would he be a rock star? Would he be wearing jeans and a t-shirt? So it's kind of like this. It was like an 80s take. It was like it was as if Jesus landed in 80s Earth. And what it would be that. So instead of, so it's surrounded by helicopters and stuff, he's still got the crown of thorns there or whatever. So just so weird. I'm so happy that I found this. I was freaking out when I found this again because I saw it once, rented it once, never saw it again, and finally just recently found it again. And this is the craziest, weirdest movie. So I can't wait to watch it again. This one I've also seen before as well. I watched it a long time ago. It's just bizarre. It's just truly bizarre. James Coleman, holy Alpha and Omega, Bible Man. That's awesome. Holy Alpha and Omega, Bible Man. That's perfect, James. That's perfect. Mr. T says, praise the Lord. That's awesome. Holy Alpha and Omega, Mr. T. So crazy. JB says, gross. Wait, JB. Hi, JB. What's up? Who's JB? JB? What does JB stand for? JB, good to see you here, bro. Good to see you, JB. But JB apparently thinks that it's gross. I'm not arguing with that. It may in fact truly be gross, but I can't help but to be fascinated. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. Fun stuff. In that same vein, from the thrift store that during our massive thrift crawl, me and Cammie found 4 animated Bible adventures. Animated Bible adventures. So weird. So we got The Prodigal Son, Family Entertainment Network, the animated stories for the New Testament. So Prodigal Son, we got, this is cool, John the Baptist. Look, it's got Jesus there getting baptized by John the Baptist. That's cool. I can't wait to watch these. This is insane. The King is Born. So I guess it's probably the nativity story. And cool. The Miracles of Jesus. This might be cool. When Jesus is on the water doing his crazy shit. So I love this stuff. This stuff is just so it's bizarre because, well, one of the reasons why this stuff is so awesome to me, why it tickles me so much, is because, dude, you're never gonna find this crap on DVD. You're never gonna find this crap on Blu-ray. You're never gonna find this crap streaming. No, it only exists in the shadow of technology, before the digital age, when your tech was not watching everything you do and taking and keeping track of everything you're doing. No, this was at a time where you pop a brick in a machine and it just works. No questions asked, no surveillance, easy peasy. This is media that you'll never find again in any other format. So that's why it's cool. To me, it really tickles the part of me that's into documentary. Like I'm a documentarian at heart. I love preserving these things. To me, these things are like artifacts. They're like precious artifacts, regardless of how crappy the actual content itself may or may not be. These things are artifacts, and I'm not saying that all VHS need to be preserved. There's a lot of stuff I do not want to collect. There's a lot of junky VHS, there's a lot of junky books, a lot of junky dinosaurs out there that I don't want to collect. But there's a lot of stuff that when I see it, I'm like, yes, I want that one. Yes, I want that one. So the ones that capture me, the ones that capture my heart, I'm like, yes, these should be preserved. And I appoint myself as its steward. So I shall steward these joyful little objects in my collection until I decide to change my mind one day, or maybe one day if I decide to not to, maybe I'll just burn it all down or give it away or donate it to charity or something. I don't know. Or I'll give it to my nephew, or I'll give it all to Ninjatron. Ninjatron, are you here? Ninjatron, what if I give you all my crap one day? What if I give you Grumpy Bear? No. It probably won't happen, but we can dream. We'll see. Totally Glitch says, I feel you on retro Christian media. There's a charm to it that's hard to explain. Thank you. I'm glad that you relate, Totally Glitch. It's a weird thing. It's a very strange thing. Yeah. And I think people from my generation, people who are in their 30s and 40s now, can probably relate to that, because we grew up at a time where Christian media probably had its heyday back in the 80s and 90s. So I feel like most people growing up in this part of North America were probably exposed to it at some point or another. So, okay, moving on. Police Academy 4. Awesome. I can't argue with Police Academy 4. Okay. Incredible Hulk. I think it's the original 80s cartoon series. I think it's a couple episodes from that. Very cool. What else? Enter the Ninja. Enter the Ninja. Okay? I don't have to say anything else. Enter the Ninja. This is a win. This belongs to Cammy, though. Cammy, I know this belongs to you. Sorry, I borrowed it from my girlfriend, Cammy. It belongs to my girlfriend, Cammy, the love of my life. Cammy, this is okay. This belongs to you, but it's mine right now. It's mine. It's just, I'm borrowing it for now. I'm borrowing it. It's okay, Cammy. You're getting it back. It's all good. All G. And this is cool. Also from the flea market, 2 video cassettes of Silverhawks. This is so cool. I have a few other cassettes of Silverhawks, because Silverhawks they released a whole bunch of their episodes on VHS, and they're just chunky, giant VHS tapes. Well, I guess they were cut. They were cut and put in there. But these are 2 I don't have yet. These are 2 that I do not have. So I was really tickled to find these. Actually, wait. I might have the gold shield. Maybe I do have this one already. Okay. This may be a double. I may have a double. I may have actually purchased a double. Anyway, that might be a double. Anybody want the gold shield? Anyone want to buy a Silverhawks tape? I'm going to show you a few more, guys, but I'm going to show you. There's one that I was saved for last. There's one VHS there's one VHS I've obtained recently that trumps it all. That was like one of the grails I've been looking for. One of the VHS grails I've been looking for like a few years. So I finally found it, but I'll show you that one last. Now, James Coleman says Silverhawks was the best. Yes, it was. Silverhawks was the best. Let's see here, making sure I didn't miss anybody in the chat here. Okay, I think I'm up to date. Okay, forgive me if I miss anybody. The Giant Claw. The Giant Claw. This, if anyone hasn't seen this, you should see this. It's a black and white film from the 60s or 50s. It's a crazy monster kaiju film, not Japanese though. It's a crazy monster film that's just, it's terrible. It's horrible. But it's fantastic. So it's called The Giant Claw. I'm tickled that I found it on VHS. Didn't think I'd ever find that one. Very cool. Big Trouble in Little China, absolute classic, right? Big Trouble. I think this was like, isn't this where like the guy who shoots electricity? I'm pretty convinced that the producers of Mortal Kombat got their idea from Raiden from the guy in the film here, which was played by what's his name? That guy, the muscle dude. He's a really popular actor, a really popular Asian actor who's really famous now. What's his name? Anyone know who I'm talking about? Oh gosh, I forgot his name. He played Chinese Hercules too. Anyway, amazing movie filled with amazing star-studded actor, history, lots of history stuff, crazy stuff. Okay. The original case for Commando, the original, because I have Commando already, but I have it's a newer release. I love Commando. I'm happy that I have the original case, the original casing for it. So that's super cool. Arnold, I got some Arnold. I love Arnold. I got some Foghorn Leghorn. I don't know. I like Foghorn Leghorn. He's cool. Okay, Street Fighter on VHS. Street Fighter. It's not really. I don't know. This to me. This came from the DVD. This is already in the DVD generation. But to have it on VHS, I'm like, okay, sure, I'll have it on VHS. There's an era. Once DVDs became really popular, I find that VHS becomes a bit less charming because it was already on DVD. I'm mostly into VHS that was truly VHS, where there was no other option. It was VHS or television. That was it. So I really adore VHS from that era. Not to say there aren't gems besides that within the DVD era as well. But anyway, also RoboCop 3, because I have RoboCop 1 and 2. I have RoboCop 1 and 2, and I'm so happy I found 3. I think 3 is probably. I think it's probably it's really bad. I think I have seen it, and from what I remember, it's horrible. It's terrible. But now I have all 3, so it's cool that I have all 3. And I will show you VHS that has been my holy grail for a long time. Hi, Ninja. I see your Ninjas here. Ninja says 100% Big Trouble in Little China influenced Mortal Kombat. Thank you, Ninja. The actor you were thinking of is Bolo Young. Thank you, Ninja. Bolo Young. Young? Is it Bolo Young or Bolo Young? Yeah, Bolo Young is the guy who played the electricity guy in Big Trouble in Little China. He played the electric guy in Big Trouble in Little China, and that had an influence on Mortal Kombat, the character of Raiden, which is the ninja. Oh, yeah. Oh, or I'm not sure. Which movie are you referring to, Dan the Man? Robimus also says Enter the Ninja, Gone Forever, Story Cammy. No, it's not, Robimus. Cammy's going to get it back. She'll get it back. I promise. I promise, Cammy. And let's see. Okay, so Dan the Man says good movie for its time. So Dan, which movie do you mean? Do you mean this one? And okay, James says Ming Na Wei was beautiful as Chun-Li. Oh, Ming Na Wei. Is she in this? Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Ming Na Wei was as beautiful as Chun-Li. Yeah, I think so. If it's the actress, if it's the actress you're talking about, because I remember, yeah, in that movie, in Big Trouble in Little China, the two female actors were gorgeous. Like and there was one with the green eyes. Yeah. And James says, welcome, Ninjatron. Greetings, Ninjatron. Robimus says, yes, lightning did inspire Raiden. No, Bolo Young was not in Big Trouble. What? Yes, he was. Oh, Dan the Man says Big Trouble. Wasn't Bolo Young in... Wait, let's confirm this, guys. Bolo Young was in Big Trouble. Didn't he play... He played the lightning guy, didn't he? What? Oh. Okay, so I've just done a Berenstain Bears thing where I just kind of... I remembered things differently and reality shifted. Does Cammy have green eyes? Does she? Yeah, Cammy kind of has... Oh, Cammy does have slightly green eyes. Yeah. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up with the chat here. Dan the Man, Big Trouble. Yes, Dan the Man. We should watch that together too sometime. Totally Glitch says, looked it up. The Street Fighter movie came out in 94, and the first movie on DVD came out in 96. No way, really? Okay, I've got my dates. The dates in my head are all messed up then. 94, I thought DVDs were in full swing by 94. Seriously. So DVDs started in 96? Or the first movie on DVD came out in 96, and so it's still interesting. Cool, thanks, Totally Glitch. So that means this, yeah, that means my Street Fighter VHS is still from the truly like pure VHS era, is what you're saying. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know. I thought DVDs. Sorry, Totally Glitch. Are you saying DVDs? Are you saying DVDs in general started in 96? Or do you mean just the Street Fighter on DVD came out in 96? But until then, all that there was the VHS. Either way, I guess it's still legit. But yeah, thank you for telling me that. That makes me feel better about the VHS. Sweet. Ninjatron says Robimus is correct. So Robimus, so Bolo Young was not in Big Trouble. Huh. Ninjatron says Bolo was Chinese Hercules, but not. Oh, okay. Bolo was in Chinese Hercules, but not in Big Trouble. Okay. Awesome. So now, guys, as promised, I will release to you the final VHS that has been my heart's desire for many years. Masters of the Universe. I finally have the original Masters of the Universe on VHS. This thing, this is so, and it's in really good condition. It's in very, very nice shape. I wanted specifically to find a copy in very nice shape, and this is in glorious shape. It is very, very nice, very minty, very sweet. So yes, this is one of my grails, and I found it just recently. So I'm super, super stoked to have this. Yay! I've got, yeah, I love this. I adore this movie. This movie is one of my favorite movies. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. My first favorite movie of all time by default is Transformers, the movie from 1986. My second default movie from all time is Neverending Story, the original Neverending Story. This might be my third favorite movie of all time. It's so freaking rad. It's so rad. Yes. And yes, cool. Yes, Totally Glitch says, heck yeah. Ninja says, wow, nice looking copy. Yes, buddy. James Coleman says, nice. Totally Glitch says, that is damn good quality. OMG. Yes. Dan the Man says, best. Right on. Thank you, my friends. Thank you for the words, the kind words there. Yes. Yeah, I'm super pleased with it. I'm super stoked about it. I'm super stoked about it. It's so cool. It says here, the Star Wars of the 80s. Dang right it was. Absolutely. Only the universe could hold adventure this big. So cool. Yeah, this is wicked. This is, yeah. Anyway, I'm so pleased I have that on VHS now. Super cool. I've had it on DVD for ages because it was, it was easy to find on DVD, but VHS, that's special. The original. And let's see here, Totally Glitched. Oh, Totally Glitched is saying the first movie in general, I think referring to Street Fighter. Totally Glitched says the first movie in general came out in 96. Well, the first movie in general came out, though it took a few years for them to really catch on. Okay, so the first DVD movies came out in 96. That's interesting. Wow. My mind reels it back before that. I thought DVDs were a thing back in 93, 94. Weird. Gosh, makes me think that we're even, that's interesting. We were still stuck in analog until 96. Not stuck, but we were still in analog till 96. I still prefer analog technology. It's so fun. Analog technology is so fun, but it took me a while to appreciate. I had to go through the whole digital stuff before I realized, man, analog was cooler, So yeah, I'm an analog boy. Let's see, what else? Robimus says, Star Wars of the 80s, LOL, yes. Totally Glitch says, I'm a 90s kid, so I remember DVDs not being a thing until around 2000s. Interesting. Cool, you're a 90s kid. Yes, 90s kids, 80s kids, we have a lot in common. There's a lot of crossover. Let me see, okay, there's more stuff. We actually are going to be wrapping it up in just a few minutes, guys. We have about 5 minutes left or so. What else haven't I have a pile of stuff all around me. So there's some things I haven't shown you yet. There's still a few things left. I showed you all the VHS. What else? I showed you the Transformers. I showed you the Trolls, the dinosaurs, the Karate Kid, oh yeah. Okay, cool. Oh wait, there's 2 more VHS that I forgot. Revenge of the Nerds 4. Revenge of the Nerds 4. I didn't know there was a Revenge of the, I love Revenge of the Nerds Part 1, Part 2. I've seen Part 3. I didn't know there was a Part 4. There's a Part 4. There's a Revenge of the Nerds Part 4. I didn't know. I had no idea there was a Revenge of the Nerds Part 4. So I'm like, whoa, the universe has just expanded because now there exists a Revenge of the Nerds Part 4 where Booger gets a bride. Yes, Bride of Booger. So I'm very eager to watch this too. Oh yeah, wait. Sorry, I missed one of the Christian media things. In the same thrift store where I got a bunch of the Christian VHS, I also found a wonderful. There was a whole line of Christian Bible stories, of old Bible stories. I love the aesthetics of this. Like, I'm not like I love old books. I love old kinds of books, just kitschy, dated. I guess character books that are very unique for one reason or another. This counts. There was this crazy, unique illustrated book. It's not the Bible. It's a Bible story. So it's just a story, like just kind of an illustrated story of Bible, like Bible stories with all kinds of kids illustrations. I love these kinds of kids books that are just rife with illustrations and just this particular kind of illustration, which is hand painted and very, very kitschy, and because it's Christian, it's Jesus. It's a Jesus book, and I love it. It's got a wraparound cover too. Look at that. And on the inside, okay, this is funny. Okay, this is funny. It's like on the, on this cover, you can see it's Jesus kind of in his setting, like probably 2,000 years ago on the Sea of Galilee or something, talking to people, passing by, kids on his knee, but they're all, you get to tell it's in his era, right? But then on the back, and here, this is look, this is why I love these. This is why I love this kind of media. It's just so strange. You'll find just stuff like this where it's Jesus hanging out in like a park in like a 1960s park with a bunch of kids with their dogs and paper airplanes and yellow dresses. So it's a modern setting. Well, it's, retro modern. It's a retro modern setting of Jesus hanging out with a bunch of kids, and he's still wearing his like old. He's still wearing his old school robes from like 2,000 years ago. He threw a bed sheet on himself. But the kids are all in their school clothes. This guy's here showing him a paper airplane. He's like, Jesus, or no, it's not a paper, it's a plastic airplane, it's like a model airplane. So Jesus is hanging out with these kids. This kid's showing off his model airplane. This girl's showing off her dolly, and this kid's spying on them. Maybe she's a Judas. She's the Judas of the group. And there's a kid with a dog, and there's a wheelbarrow full of flowers. I guess they brought the flowers for Jesus, and a nicely dressed child, a nicely dressed chum with his little puppy. Look at how nicely his shirt is tucked in there, and a perfect picturesque home there with a white picket fence. Just, I think this stuff is so funny. It's so awesome. It's just, it's a caricature of itself. It's a caricature of like kind of, white North American Christian aesthetic. It's funny. Not throwing any shadow on anyone. The shade. I'm trying to get my terms right. Not throwing any shade on anybody, but I find this fun and endearing and like funny, but endearing. So I like this stuff, and I am going to read this. I'm going to read this because I like the illustrations too. Look, there's a couple really there's a couple full page illustrations here. Hang on, look at this. Yeah, look at this. It's like these are really well done. I love this stuff. These full page illustrations. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. That's really cool. We're almost out of time. I still have stuff to show. I have not shown everything. This is the monster that Cami made. It's a monster that Cami Kaiju made. It has hands. It has skeleton hands for antlers, and it's got crazy teeth. So I just wanted to show you. This is not. I didn't buy it. Cami made it, but I wanted to show it because it is kind of thrifty and unique, and it does go quite well with the also made by my artist friend, the Woodzilla. So it's Woodzilla paired with this guy has no name. And look, he's also got skeleton nipples. He's got skull. Cami gave him skull nipples. This guy, skull nipples. Cami, you're a genius. So this is like a very cool. I like him. He's in my stuffy collection on my bed frame. So he's lovely. Couple things left. Also retro from the thrift store, an MTN Kids Club pin. Burger King Kids Club pin. If you know, you know. Anyone who grew up in Manitoba in the 80s or 90s, you'll know this. So if you know, you know. All right? I'll just leave it at that. That's interesting. Few other things, random things. Some Dinosaurs attack cards. These are kind of interesting and rare. Maybe not rare, but they're strange. I'm going to open these up soon. I'll show you guys in a future Radzone. Oh yeah, one more Christian media thing. Star Wars, Star Trek, and the 21st Century Christians. I don't know what this is about. This might be like this might be more of like a new age type of thing, but Star Wars, Star Trek, and the 21st Century Christians. Really strange. Discover the secret of the Force. So I don't know. I'm guessing they're trying to like make references. They're trying to make parallels between Christianity and the Force. I don't know. I think it's going to be very interesting to read that. Also, a book of sea monsters. A book of sea monsters, because that's what happens when you go thrifting and garage selling and everything. You find a book of sea monsters. So I found a book of sea monsters, and this one was free. I got this one for free. A book of sea monsters. So yeah, awesome. I can't even. It's just amazing. And a Star Trek screensaver. Oh, there's with this thing too. A Star Trek screensaver. This is the manual of how to use the Star Trek screensaver. Now, why would you ask? Why do you ask? You ask, why would you need a manual to use a Star Trek screensaver? Well, my friends, it's because this was made at a time when computer technology was so new and novel that people didn't even know how to use a screensaver. And I'll prove it because the media that came with this instruction manual is on floppy disk, old school floppy disk. So that's insane. Yes, Star Trek screensavers on 2 original floppy disks. These things hold like less than 1 megabyte each or something. So yeah, freaking crazy. So again, these are all things that we found just recently. I think that's pretty much it that I can. I mean, I'm happy with what I've shown today. I think I pretty much got everything. I got everything. We're just a few minutes over time. We're 2 minutes over, but I think I showed you most things. One thing left. Oh, my fingers are all dusty now because everything I've shown you tonight is dusty and dirty and yeah, kind of gross because it's all this stuff has been in storage for like not my storage. When I bought this stuff, it had probably been sitting in someone's storage for like decades, and so there's just a subtle layer of grime on everything. So I'm going to be careful with my hands here because I'm now touching something that I got that I think is really, really cool, and he's very clean. I got the original Dark Side from the Superpowers collection. Look at that. He's so cool. This is also one of my grails. I've been looking for him for a long time. He's a grail, not so much. He's not super rare. I mean, I have seen him around, but he's a grail for me because I wanted him in a very specific condition. I wanted him in very good condition. He doesn't come with his cape, unfortunately. Unfortunately, he's missing his cape, unfortunately. But that's okay. Look at him. He's in great condition. He's in super minty condition. And his eyes, his laser, his omega beams. You shall suffer the power of my omega beams. See, so you can see the light piping. I love those eyes. When I was a kid and I saw the commercial showing his light up eyes, my little 5-year-old brain, or however old I was like, oh my God, his eyes light up. I was freaking out. This was like at a time, these were released at a time when there was very little lights and sound technology in toys. So anything that lit up just drove me bonkers. I was like, oh my God, there's lights. But so even though it's not electronic, it's just light going through, light piping in his head, it still made me crazy. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. So yeah, there you go, guys. I am a very lucky boy. I feel so lucky, so fortunate. I've been blessed with a lot of treasures, as you can see. It's been an awesome couple weeks. So I basically just filled you guys in on what I've been up to in the past 2 weeks since I missed the Radzone last week. So yeah, lots has been going on. I've been keeping pretty busy. Kami Kaiju's finally here. Ooh, that guy, she says. Dark Side. Dark Side is. Yes, Dark Side. Kami, awesome to see you in the chat. And you're just in time to see me wrap up because I'm just wrapping up. So let's see what else is going on here. Oh, I'm just checking the chat here. No. James Coleman says, well, guys, going to catch some Z's. Have a good night. Thanks, James, for joining. I'm guessing you're already ducked out. So good to have you, James Coleman. Totally Glitch says, night, James. Totally Glitch says, that's so cute. Awesome. I'm guessing you're probably referring to this guy, maybe, possibly. Kami, I showed off your dude. I showed off your guy with the antlers. Woo! Kami, so Kami Kaiju in the chat, she is the person who made this, and he's so cute, so cute. So thank you, my love. Thank you, Kami Kaiju, for this wonderful little beast. Kami Kaiju says, I'm late because I had to get a VHS shelf from Marketplace and check the cat. That's my baby. See, we're still on the prowl. Me and Kami are on the prowl looking for VHS, looking for shelves to store our VHS. We are on a hunt. Me and Kami are on a VHS kick. So Kami is looking for VHS. Kami was hunting for VHS shelves. That's why she was late for the Radzone. I accept that excuse. That's a legitimate reason to be late, Kami. That's awesome. Totally Glitched says, yep, Kami, he's so cute. Thanks, Totally Glitched. And good luck on y'all's hunting. Thank you, buddy. That's awesome. Appreciate that. We are very fortunate. Yes, we've had a lot of wonderful people cross our paths in our VHS hunts. We are running a VHS, a free VHS library now in the Exchange District. If you don't live in Winnipeg, that's not going to mean anything to you. But it's it's like we've started our own free VHS library in the same way that you see those free book libraries pop up around town and stuff. We started a VHS library and it's going so well. It's so great, so great. So I'm super happy with that, you guys. This has been a great time. I think I'm really happy with our newest recruits, the Craft Dinner Dinos. That was such a great idea, the Craft Dinner Dinos. So thank you for that idea, you guys. The Craft Dinner Dinos are epic. Who was that? Totally Glitch who thought of that? I'm not sure who thought of that. It was amazing. whoever thought of this, thank you for that idea. I'm definitely going to use that idea. Oh, you guys, this is amazing. And as I said, just for a sneak preview, next week, I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping my Wave 2 of Blockies is going to show up next week. So next week, we're probably going to show Wave 2 of Blockies, and I'm going to dig into Wave 2 and Wave 3. So that's going to be hopefully what happens next week. We'll see. It depends on how long it takes for my Wave 2 to arrive. But don't worry, there's lots of stuff to go on. There's always something going on. We're going to do lots of crazy stuff in the next Radzone. So until next time, stay cute. Stay ultra cute, stay awesome, and remember, above all, remember to stay rad. Woo, 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 woo. Like this guy. Whoa, like this guy. Stay rad like him. And yeah, okay. Totally Glitch says, "Yep, that was mine. So psyched you like it. Right on, brother." Totally Glitch says bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye, everybody. It's been a slice. It's been rad. Okay, I'm just looking for the button to turn off the stream. I've got it. I've got the button. So I love you guys. Thanks for joining the Radzone. I love doing this. I'm your host, Party Paul. Join us every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time for an hour of rad awesomeness. That we enjoy this time of sharing toys and all of its joys. So, so until next time, Woodzilla says, be excellent to each other till all are one, and stay rad. Bye.